If you've seen the TV show Baby Reindeer, you might find yourself questioning, have you ever thought about someone constantly? So much so that it feels like they've taken over your mind and nothing else seems to matter. Now, what happens when this becomes an obsession? And when does an obsession with someone lead to stalking? I'm Dr. Patrick Kingsep, a clinical psychologist, and together we're going to uncover the dangerous cycle of obsession and stalking as portrayed in the gripping and unnerving Netflix series Baby Reindeer. Now, did you know that this TV series is based on actual events? In 2010, actor and comedian Richard Gadd, who plays himself as Donnie Dunn in the series, experienced a harrowing stalking ordeal that lasted several years. It all began with a seemingly innocent gesture of kindness when he offered a woman, later known as Martha, a cup of tea at the pub where he worked.
Can I get you something?
No thanks.
All right, well. How about I give you a cup of tea on the house?
This small act of kindness and Donnie's approachable and empathetic manner made him an appealing target for Martha. She perceived Donnie as kind and caring and perhaps more open to engaging with her than other people she has tried with in the past, which fueled her obsession.
She always opened the conversation by saying,
I've got to go.
but then would stick around for the entire shift. I always thought it was strange that she painted herself as a busy person, as though she could trick me into thinking she's not spending all of her time hanging around.
Now, Martha's deep-seated psychological issues, including her need for validation and connection, found a seemingly perfect match in Donnie's empathetic nature.
It's a patronizing, arrogant feeling sorry for someone you've only just laid eyes on, but I did. I felt sorry for her.
Now, this spiraled into a relentless campaign of harassment and obsession by Martha, greatly impacting Gadd's personal and professional life. Now, by sharing his story, Gadd aims to raise awareness and provide a raw, unfiltered look into the devastating effects of obsession.
I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm getting stalked.
By a man or a woman?
A woman.
And have you had a sexual relationship with this woman?
No, I haven't. She's a bit older than me.
In Baby Reindeer, we see how Martha's initial interest in Donnie evolves into a dangerous fixation. Her behavior starts really subtly with daily visits to Donnie's workplace, a pub. And she initially presents herself as a friendly and concerned admirer, which makes it hard for Donnie to see her as a threat.
When I said I need...
Every day now, Martha would come in. Each time with new makeup, new hairstyles, like a kid playing dress-up.
Martha cleverly endears herself to Donnie by being overly supportive and complimentary, playing on his need for validation and attention.
Got really manly hands, haven't you?
Oh, yeah?
Big, deep voice, chiseled jawline. Should be illegal to have your bone structure too, you know. They should tax you for it. Man tax.
However, what starts as seemingly harmless interactions slowly unravel and just begin to escalate. Initially, Martha's presence at the pub where Donnie works could be dismissed as harmless. This initial contact establishes a sense of familiarity and normalcy, making her subsequent actions less immediately alarming to Donnie.
She always ordered the same drink every time, Ma.
Diet Coke, plenty ice.
And I always gave it to her on the house. She never drank her drink.
The progression to more invasive actions is a critical red flag of stalking behavior. Martha's behavior, it escalates methodically. She begins by sending Donnie text messages and calling him frequently, actions that really might initially seem like attempts to just stay in touch, but soon reveal a deeper fixation. Now, these communications become more persistent and demanding, intruding into Donnie's personal space and time.
Then came the comments on all my photos, some as far back as when I first opened the account. Jealous remarks on photos with my ex-girlfriend Keely, alongside these bizarre captions describing my every move.
By episode 3, Martha's behavior is escalated to following Donnie outside of the pub, knowing his daily routines and showing up unannounced at places she knows he frequents.
Every day now, Martha would be outside, this ticking time bomb on my life. I would leave first thing in the morning, and she would be there.
This transition from digital to physical stalking marks a significant increase in the level of threat and invasion of privacy. One of the advantages of using a gradual escalation strategy for the stalker is that it lowers the victim's defenses. Each step Martha takes can initially seem harmless or even justifiable. It's just a text, it's a visit, it's a harmless comment. Now, this gradual increase in intrusiveness can make it difficult for Donnie to recognize the severity of the situation until it has already become just quite overwhelming.
Some of these are... I mean, she's clearly unwell.
Yeah. That's why I think we should lay low for a while.
And also, this strategy can make it harder for Donnie to seek help, as each act might seem just too minor to even warrant serious concerns or intervention, especially by the police.
Well, she's this woman, and she's been, like, stalking me for a while. I have this harassment warning out against her, so I assume now that she's contacted my parents, she's broken it.
And Martha's methodical escalation also creates a facade of normalcy and builds a manipulative narrative that she is a safe presence in Donnie's life.
She had this incredible laugh, this giddy, slightly disconcerting laugh.
By the time her actions have become undeniably intrusive and controlling, Donnie is already just entangled in her web of obsession, making it very challenging for him to disengage. Martha's invasiveness peaks when she starts showing up at Donnie's home, further eroding his sense of safety and security.
If you continue this bullshit any longer, I'll call the police.
You wouldn't dare. I'm a lawyer. I've got certain standards to live up to.
And by this point, her behavior has transitioned from being an inconvenience to like a serious threat, demonstrating how stalking behavior can progressively become more dangerous.
It suddenly dawned on me that Martha knew exactly what she was doing, exactly how to get to me and still evade the law. It's because she's been here countless times before. She was a repeat offender, a seasoned pro.
Understanding the gradual escalation of intrusive behavior is crucial for recognizing the early signs of stalking. It underscores the importance of taking initial discomfort or boundary violations seriously and addressing them promptly before they escalate into more serious, severe, and just frankly dangerous behavior.
How long has it been going on for?
I don't know, like 6 months maybe?
6 months? Why'd it take you so long to report it?
To truly understand obsession, we need to delve into the underlying psychological processes that drive the intense and often destructive behavior.
I knew she wasn't a millionaire lawyer, but seeing her madness play out like that left me with this sense of unease. Who was this woman? And what did she see in me?
Obsession is often the result of the interplay of anxiety, attachment disorders, and also unresolved trauma. These elements create a psychological environment where obsessive thoughts, they can thrive. Anxiety can amplify the intensity of thoughts and feelings, leading individuals to fixate on a specific person or people as a way to manage that internal turmoil. An attachment issues often stemming from early childhood experiences can disrupt these normal patterns of relating to others, leading to unhealthy dependencies and preoccupations. Unresolved trauma can leave emotional wounds that someone will attempt to soothe through obsessive behaviors, seeking control and predictability in their interactions.
It was the only good thing about my childhood. I'd hug it when they fought. And they fought a lot, you know?
In Baby Reindeer, Martha's behavior is a textbook example of how these psychological drivers show up. Her actions are not just the result of casual interest, but are deeply rooted in her psychological state.
Basically, I had this wee cuddly toy when I was young. Went with me everywhere.
Her anxiety creates a relentless need for reassurance and control, driving her to fixate on Donnie. This fixation is further fueled by unresolved trauma, which exacerbates and just amplifies her need for a stable attachment figure, even if that attachment is based on an unhealthy and just one-sided relationship.
Anyway, this ranger was this cuddly, fluffy thing. Had big lips, huge eyes, and the cutest wee bum. I still have it to this day.
Martha exhibits signs of anxious, preoccupied attachment, which is a deep fear of abandonment and an overwhelming need for closeness.
You are the spit of that reindeer. The same nose, same eyes, same cute wee bum.
This attachment style often leads to behaviors aimed at maintaining the proximity to the person they become obsessed with, that is Donnie, even at the cost of her and Donnie's well-being. Martha may be using obsessive behaviors to create predictability and control in her life, even if it's unhealthy.
You know, when you meet someone sometimes, you just think they have it, and you have it. I don't know, maybe it's your turn of phrase.
Donnie's life becomes a battleground where he must navigate the unpredictable and often threatening behaviors of Martha, highlighting the impact that these obsessions can have.
I spent all night panicking, thinking of all the things Martha could do now she knew where I lived.
Now, Martha frequently lies and embellishes the truth about her living arrangements in life, weaving a complex web of deception that just ensnares Donnie.
So what do you do?
I'm a lawyer.
How'd you get into that then?
Well, trained in criminal law.
Her actual life away from her obsession with Donnie is, like I said, shrouded in mystery. And as the series progresses, it becomes increasingly clear that she has likely engaged in similar behavior before.
I sat there for hours taking it all in, piecing together her whole timeline. Her graduate job, how she got fired for inappropriate behavior with the boss, how she started hanging around outside his house.
In episode 3, Donnie becomes suspicious of Martha's numerous claims and decides to look up her on the internet. And through this search, he discovers that Martha was indeed a lawyer. She wasn't lying about that, but she lost her job due to unethical behavior and possible misconduct. This revelation is a pivotal moment for Donnie, as it uncovers the depth of Martha's lies and how much she manipulates her story to fit her needs. Donnie finds old social media posts and comments from other individuals who describe experiences with Martha that just mirror his own. These accounts suggest that Martha has a history of fixating on individuals and using deceit to manipulate them into maintaining contact with her.
I had a convicted stalker stalking me. I had a convicted stalker stalking me. I had a convicted stalker stalking me.
Martha's fabrications extend beyond her professional life. She also lies about her living arrangements, claiming to have been evicted and to be struggling with homelessness. These lies gain Donnie's sympathy and create a sense of dependency, making it harder for him to distance himself from her. Martha's ability to spin these tales convincingly highlights her manipulative skills and her deep-seated need for control and validation. Martha's fabrications make it difficult for Donnie to really discern the truth, trapping him in this cycle of confusion and sympathy.
I'm gonna take you back to yours, okay? My landlady has a car and I'll drive you.
This manipulation is common among stalkers who often use deceit to maintain their influence over their targets.
It always amazed me how Martha managed to surpass herself with new and twisted ways of getting to me, but involving my parents, telling them I'd been injured in a car crash, That was next level.
Donnie's reluctance to go to the police is also rooted in psychological factors. Initially, he may not perceive Martha's behavior as dangerous, hoping it'll just resolve on its own. And as the situation escalates, fear of not being believed, shame, and the hope that he can handle it himself contribute to this delay in seeking help.
How long's it been going on for?
I don't know, like 6 months.
Wait, 6 months?
Have you been to the police?
Yeah, I have, but they, wouldn't take it seriously.
This reflects a typical response among stalking victims who often minimize the threat until it just becomes undeniable.
Oh my God. Have you quit?
No, because that would mean she wins.
Oh, it's not about winning, Donnie. It's about your safety.
Donnie's personal life and vulnerabilities make him a target for Martha. His need for validation and empathy make him susceptible to Martha's manipulations. He gains a sense of importance and responsibility from Martha's dependence on him, which complicates his disengagement ability.
Did I miss her? Was there some part of me that missed her? Missed the drama, missed the attention, missed the distraction from him and Terry and myself and what happened, and did I miss her?
As Martha's obsession intensifies, Donnie becomes increasingly isolated. He starts to withdraw from friends and family, partly out of fear of Martha's unpredictable behavior, and also partly because of the strain the situation puts on his mental health.
And now at rock bottom, the only positive I could glean from the whole situation was that it couldn't get any worse from here. Surely it couldn't get any worse from here.
Martha's obsessive actions severely disrupt Donnie's life. His work suffers as he becomes more distracted and anxious. His relationships are strained because he's constantly on edge. And his sense of safety is shattered as Martha's behavior becomes more intrusive and threatening, and it seems sometimes almost unpredictable.
Martha, seriously.
I swear to God, you lay another finger on him, I'm going to wipe that lip from you, mark my words.
Seriously. Let's step outside, Martha, okay?
The relentless pursuit creates a state of constant fear and paranoia for Donnie. One of the most intense moments in the series is when Martha attacks Donnie's ex-partner by throwing a liquid at them, which she initially feared is acid.
Someone just attacked me.
What?
I thought it was acid. I thought I was going to go blind.
Jesus, I mean, what was it?
I don't know. It was like a fizzy drink.
Now, it's very much discounted by Donnie when his ex talks to him about how, look, it was likely Diet Coke that was thrown at her, but it could have been acid. Now, this violent act is a turning point, highlighting the extreme danger of unchecked obsessions.
There you are! You cowardly, two-timing fuck! Made an enemy of me, Reindeer! Make no mistake about it! I hope you know what you've done in wounding me like this!
It forces Donnie to confront the severity of the situation and take action to protect himself. So how do you break free from this cycle? In Baby Reindeer, there are moments where Donnie attempts to reclaim his life. He seeks support from friends and professionals and tries to confront his feelings. This shows the importance of reaching out for help.
I told my parents everything. Terry, Martha, Darian. I hadn't felt so at ease in all my life. There was no need to be afraid anymore. There was never any need.
Now, there comes a point where Donnie realizes he needs more than just emotional support to deal with Martha's behavior. And seeking legal protection, such as a restraining order, becomes necessary to ensure his safety. This step is critical in stalking cases as it provides a formal way to keep the stalker at a distance and legally prevents further contact.
Martha was sentenced to 9 months in prison, and a 5-year restraining order was issued that same day. And there, in that courtroom, was the last time I ever set eyes on her.
Through Martha's gradual escalation of intrusive actions, her manipulative lies, and also just the profound impact on Donnie's life, we see how obsession can consume both the stalker and their target.
You're on your final warning. I fucking mean it this time. Because I've got a raging PMT where I can just about stab anyone in England, in Britain. So you better watch what you're saying, because maybe one day I will stab someone.
The Baby Reindeer, it tells a gripping story and serves as a heartbreaking reminder of the importance of addressing mental health issues at their core.
You mean so much to me. I've got to go.
So have you ever experienced or witnessed obsession or stalking? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, remember to like and to subscribe and share it with others who might benefit.